making a dinner reservation in English. David here.
Hello, I'm Kelly.
In this lesson, you'll learn how to reserve a table in a restaurant. The conversation takes place over the phone,
The speakers are strangers.
so they will use formal English. Okay, let's listen to the conversation. Adam's Restaurant. How may I help you?
Hello, I'd like to reserve a table for tomorrow night, please.
Certainly. For what time?
About 7 p.m. if possible.
How many people are in your party?
There are 4 of us. One person is vegan, though.
That won't be a problem, as we have many vegan dishes available. So that's a table for 4 at 7 p.m. May I take your name, please?
It's Katrina. Thank you for your help.
Listen to the conversation one time slowly. Adam's Restaurant. How may I help you?
Hello, I'd like to reserve a table for tomorrow night, please.
Certainly. For what time?
About 7 p.m. if possible.
How many people are in your party?
There are 4 of us. One person is vegan, though.
That won't be a problem, as we have many vegan dishes available. So that's a table for 4 at 7 p.m. May I take your name, please?
It's Katrina. Thank you for your help.
Katrina made a restaurant reservation. To be honest, I think that food in the UK has a bad reputation internationally.
Yeah, I think it's seen as being bland and tasteless.
Is that true, though?
British food isn't as highly seasoned or spiced as food in other countries, but I don't think that it's bland.
What type of food is eaten in the UK?
A lot of food is quite heavy and hearty, with lots of meat and vegetables. It's good for colder weather.
Oh, like the traditional Sunday roast.
Yeah, that's roast meat, like beef or lamb, lots of vegetables, and a family gathering. There's also savoury pies.
Steak and kidney is popular too.
It is. But British food is also expanding to include food from other countries. Indian curry is probably the most popular dish in the UK.
What other types of international cuisine can you find in the UK?
In the larger cities, you can find anything. Italian, Thai, Japanese, Spanish, Mexican, you name it.
Now, let's take a look at the vocabulary from this lesson. First word is
Many,
consisting of a large amount.
many, many.
Next, we have
Party,
a group of people.
party, party.
Next, we have
Person,
a human being.
person, person.
Next, we have
Vegan,
person who eats nothing that comes from an animal.
vegan, vegan.
Next, we have
Problem,
an obstacle, a source of distress, a negative issue.
problem, problem.
Next, we have
Dish.
a particular meal or item of food.
Dish. Dish.
And last,
Available.
not busy, easy to get or use.
Available. Available.
Let's have a closer look at the usage of some of the words and phrases from this lesson. The first word is
Table for 4.
meaning a table in a restaurant that can seat 4 customers. We learned in the vocabulary of lesson 17 that table can specifically refer to a place where we sit in a restaurant and have food served to us.
Right. By adding for 4, we are asking for a table that seats 4 people.
So we can change the number. For example, table for 2, table for 1, or table for 45.
That last one is a bit extreme. We can also use table by to talk about the location of the table.
Oh, like table by the window if the restaurant is in a place with nice scenery.
Yep.
Can you give us an example using this word?
Sure. For example, you can say, do you have a table for 4 available?
Which means, is there a table that will seat 4 people available? Okay, what's the next word?
Party.
Meaning a group of people. We spoke about parties before in previous lessons.
Yes, but that was a different type of party. That was the type of social gathering where people get together to celebrate something. This is different.
What is this party?
It means a group of people gathered for a particular purpose. If you make a reservation at a restaurant or hotel, they might not ask for how many people, but instead ask how many are in your party.
Okay. I also hear it in politics a lot. The Conservative Party and the Labour Party, for example.
Yeah, we call them political parties, not political groups.
Can you give us an example using this word?
Sure. For example, you can say, we're traveling in a party of 5.
Which means we're traveling in a group of 5 people. Now, on to the lesson focus. In this lesson, you'll learn how to reserve a table in a restaurant. We discussed the phrase table for 4 earlier. Now, let's take a closer look at the preposition for.
We've spoken about prepositions before and learned that they are a class of words that are used to modify nouns, verbs, and adjectives.
There are many ways that we can use for,
We can use it to describe what something is used for.
like this knife is used for steak.
Yes, that means that the knife being spoken about is a steak knife. You might hear that in a restaurant. Also, he reserved a table for my birthday.
Ah, as it was your birthday, he reserved the table.
Yes, the table is for birthday celebrations.
What are the other uses?
There is also because of. For example, I am working hard for him.
Meaning, because of him, I am working hard. He is the reason why you're working hard.
Right. You can put for at the start of the sentence too. For this reason, I was late.
Any more uses?
It can also be used for time. We were at the restaurant for 3 hours.
Or the race lasted for 5 minutes.
We can combine a couple of uses of the word for to book a table in a restaurant. For example, I would like to book a table for 3 people for 7 o'clock.
That uses for 2 times.
Yes. The first time we're saying that the table will be used by 3 people, and the second time we are talking about the time it will be used.
So it's a handy word to remember when booking a restaurant.
That's right. In the dialogue, the waiter said, "May I take your name, please?" May is a modal verb that can be used in many ways, just like for can be. Here, the waiter is asking for permission to take the coat.
How else can it be used?
It can be used for possibility. For example, it may rain tomorrow.
It may not rain tomorrow.
Well, one of us will be right. It can also be used for suggestions.
More specifically, polite suggestion.
Yes, it's not a very forceful suggestion because it's polite. You may want to remember that.
You may want to. That's a common phrase.
It's good to make polite suggestions.
I don't know. We may want to listen to this lesson again. Okay, that's all for this lesson. Thank you for listening, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Adam's Restaurant. How may I help you?
Hello, I'd like to reserve a table for tomorrow night, please.
Certainly. For what time?
About 7 p.m. if possible.
How many people are in your party?
There are 4 of us. One person is vegan, though.
That won't be a problem, as we have many vegan dishes available. So that's a table for 4 at 7 p.m. May I take your name, please?
It's Katrina. Thank you for your help.